Hello everyone and welcome to my Starseed Origins reading. I am Hannah from Spiritual Tarot and I decided to do this mini series for the different Starseed groups as a way to gain more insight into the origins of our souls from the different groups, as well as what our mission is while on Earth. So I focused on the Pleiadians, the Andromedans, Arcturus, Orion, and Lyrans. So if you resonate with any of these starseed groups, please continue watching these videos. Hopefully you'll gain some insight into who you are and what your mission is while you're here on Earth. And just kind of some advice as far as self-care and how you can work with your energy as a starseed. So please, I hope you enjoy this. Let me know how you like this reading. And we are just going to dive right in. So enjoy. Okay, hello group 3. So you are the constellation Boots, which is where Arcturus is located. Arcturian Starseeds are not very common, relatively common. They're one of the bigger starseed groups that gets discussed regularly on the internet, I guess you could say. So there's quite a bit of information about Arcturian Starseeds. And if you are one, if that is what resonates with you, wow, already this this reading is so interesting. You guys have a totally new vibe coming your way from the previous two groups. It's just unbelievable how that works out. Okay, I'm seeing for you guys a lot of like a topazy brown kind of color coming through, which is not a very normal thing, but I think it's kind of cool because it has to relate to the lower chakras, but not in like the aggressive way that a red does, but in kind of that like at peace, earthy, very grounded, very stable energy. I guess that's kind of the way to put it. So we're seeing mouse, recovery, clear your energy field, awakening crystal, and then we have the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands. So the first thing that I'm seeing for you Arcturians is that a lot of you guys are just awakening to your starseed origins now. Like, I think that this is a very brand new idea to you. You may not be sure exactly how you feel about it, to be completely honest. So I'm hoping that maybe my reading, as well as other people's on YouTube, will kind of help you discover more about what all this means. The first feeling I'm getting from mouse is mouse energy can tend to be a little anxious, a little overwhelmed. You may be kind of grasping at straws and trying to understand this concept that you're not 100% buying into for some of you, because it just seems like a little, it maybe the idea, not understanding completely gives you a little bit of anxiety. So that's what I'm seeing from mouse. Let's start with the tarot. So I just was really interested to find out what your roles were as an Arcturian, who your star family is, and what kind of person you were. And to me, I'm seeing you at, like, I kind of feel that in your past lives as an Arcturian, or your soul origin, it has always kind of been someone who has worked really hard and always kind of been like, I'm getting kind of like a warrior energy, someone who is always fighting like that uphill battle in a way, right? But also just someone who really feels fulfilled with the work that they do. Arcturians are really known for being healers, but also their intellect. You know, they are really smart, and they are known, or it's commonly believed, that they have a very close link with the Akashic records, that they really use their intellect for good. And so I'm kind of seeing like a little bit of a hybrid of that, where I think that many of you have come from, you know, being very intellectual and believing in science, believing in the pursuit of knowledge, but also having to kind of like maybe face some adversity or some obstacles in your past, right? So you may have some past life trauma, where, you know, you lived lives where there were wars, right? There could have been wars on other planets that you were a part of. So I definitely get the sense that in your life as an Arcturian, that you dealt with conflict in some way. But I don't think that that's a bad thing. I just think that, you know, that may translate into your life now, where you aren't afraid of a fight, you aren't afraid of conflict. However, like, you do kind of feel the burden of, you know, that kind of warrior mentality, or having that kind of soul where, you know, you feel like things, like maybe the odds are always against you, or that you've been working really hard your whole life and haven't really seen the fruits of your labor. And you're kind of wondering, like, what am I doing? What was all this for? What do I do next? Some people, you know, if you have been fighting a battle in your life, like, you know, not making enough money, or actually being in the military, or fighting an illness, and you get over that giant hump, and then you kind of wonder, you know, what do I do next? Like, this has been my life for so long. So I see some of you guys as being in a huge transition, and I'm actually kind of getting that from the idea of recovery too. That you guys have maybe spent most of your lives dealing with something really big, and you're finally kind of coming to that space where you're like, I got over this huge adversity, what do I do now? And that could be where the anxiety comes into play, because it can be scary when you're essentially like redefining who you are as a person. This Ten of Wands feels like this is the like uphill battle, and kind of just feeling, you know, like you're just pushing and pushing and not getting anywhere. This is something that I feel like is like a karmic lesson for you, where you have dealt with this a lot in past lives, and it's coming up again for you now. And I feel like this awakening is a huge part of it. You're really being pushed by spirit and by your soul group to change your perspective and open your mind to the spiritual side of yourself, and to your connection to the universe around you, to all things. You're feeling a little solitary, and I feel like in your past, you may have just always felt like, okay, it's me against the world, it's me against this and that, whatever I'm fighting, whatever I'm doing, I'll overcome it. And, you know, I think the difference now is that you're being shown another way. You're being shown that you don't have to do this alone, that you don't have to carry the burdens alone, and that you've kind of lived out this same story so like many times, and now it is time for you to kind of come home and learn that there's other ways of existing, and that there's more to life than just fighting these battles. And that is really going to be the challenge for you, to kind of open your mind and graduate to the next level of existence, which is with this kind of blown open crown chakra, and just feeling that universal connection to like the cosmos and to everyone and everything around you. Okay, so we kind of got into that a little, like awakening with your crystal. I'm seeing, okay, so it says awakening crystal, and then it says emotional healing. So that's the other part of it, where if you've lived this kind of warrior life in the past, you may have a lot of emotional healing that needs to take place that you may not even realize. So this is going to be a lot about reflection and taking care of yourself and opening yourself up to love and opening yourself up to, you know, existing in a world where you don't always need to fight. That may be a lot to process. So I'm going to leave it there, because emotional healing means different things to different people. And I just really feel, I get the sense that you guys have always been, you know, fighting for others or fighting for yourself, you know, like a soldier who's fighting, you know, for their country, their home. And I think that it is really important to know that you can let go of that, you know, fight or flight kind of mentality and just exist and allow yourself to learn and grow, and that isn't the only thing that defines you, right? So we also have clear your energy field, and that is the self-care ritual that I feel like will help connect you to your Arcturian roots. She's using a smudge stick, which I love that. You can do so many things to clear your aura, and I feel like you guys, I'm getting the sense that you are prone to holes in your aura, which that happens when you've depleted your energy, and you haven't cleared your energy from any kind of like nasty things that have been floating around you. But so there's two different things that could be happening. Negative thoughts are the first thing that's coming to me. So if you are prone to talking to yourself in a negative way, being hard on yourself, you will actually deplete your own, you know, energetic resources, because you're just almost creating like a physical, you know, fog in your field, right? And you'd be amazed what clearing your energy field can do for your overall mental state. It just helps you be more mindful about how you're talking to yourself, how you're treating yourself in your own mind, and eventually you'll start to just have an overall sense of well-being, because you're speaking to yourself more kindly, and you're also choosing to clear those thoughts from your mind when you clear your field. And then some of you, if you are empathic, which most people are, if you're around negative energies from other people that other people are projecting, it will, you know, just kind of put some weight, some heaviness onto your aura. You'll feel your aura kind of just contract into itself, and you know, people may be, you know, if there's energetic vampires around, they could be sucking your energy out from you. So all these things happen in daily life. It's unavoidable, but that's why we need to cleanse and clear our auras. You can use smoke, but you can also use sound. Listening to, you know, if you like play music or taking a shower or bath, that's another great way to do that. All of these things will help you just recenter and focus your mind. You guys have very sharp minds. That's the beauty of being an Arcturian. And I feel like you guys just have like this sense of knowing. I think a lot of Arcturians that I have kind of, you know, seen starseeds that make videos and stuff, they all have this like very smart and sharp wit about them. And the burden of that is that you guys know when you're being lied to, you know when you're being deceived, you know when things aren't right, and that warrior in you can get a little tired and just be like, the weight of the world is on me. I feel like there's just too much that I can't control. I feel like it's just too hard. I don't know if I want to do this. You can kind of spiral and get into like these, you know, weird patterns of doubt and whatever. And so I think that awakening yourself, allowing yourself to create a spiritual safe space, and then also, you know, kind of allow yourself to trust in the spirituality of yourself will help you get some of that mental chatter to kind of calm down. Like, you just need that sense of hope, I guess, that can kind of be given to you through a connection to your guides and to your own spirituality. And self-care is just huge for you. And going along with that, we have recovery. And this card is our chakra card. It relates to the crown chakra, like we were talking about before. I really think that you guys need to concentrate your energy on opening your crown chakra, because right now you should be completely focused on connecting yourself back with the cosmos, back with the universe at large. Tap into cosmic energy. That's what you need to tap into. Tap into the Akashic records. That is what you guys are naturally good at. And I really feel like when you block that upper chakra and block your connection to source, you will just completely, it's just like, I just kind of see like the idea of cutting the top of a plant off and then its root just withers away and dies, if that makes sense. Like, that's how I see you guys when you don't have your connection to source. So you need to be surrounded by purple crystals. You need to just work on opening up those upper chakras. I like to envision white light. I know some people like to envision purple, but I'm a big white light fan. So I do a lot of crown chakra meditation, and I think that it can be so potent. What we see in this illustration is a spirit guide, and they're giving you a key, and just the word recovery too. All of this is really lending to the idea of spirit and your guides helping you to heal and to grow and to learn and unlock other parts of yourself. So for those of you that are just awakening to, you know, all of these ideas, I know some of this may sound foreign to you, but I think that the biggest takeaway message is that you have, you know, guides and you have spirit, and they are here to help you unlock a part of yourself that you are not yet connected and tapped into. And once you do that, your gifts as an Arcturian are going to completely blossom in a way that you never expected it. And that takes me full circle to this, to the mouse card, because anxiety is usually a symptom of either an overactive third eye or one that's like out of alignment. And that's usually because you are highly intuitive and you just don't know, like, you aren't sure of the messages you're receiving. So it comes out in anxiety and paranoia. So there's a very good chance you could be a medium. Ooh, I just got a really heavy weight on my chest. You could be medium. You could be a channeler. Like I said, you could naturally tap into the Akashic records. There is just so many things that you could potentially do if you decide to take this key into your hand and open those doors of your mind. And I think it's really important that you make that conscious decision to do those things. When mouse is in alignment, I'm just seeing it as being like part of a pack, you know, like, to me, I feel like you need to kind of find your soul family and find the people that resonate with you. They're also worker bees, you know, like they like the daily tasks that they have to do. And I'm seeing that a lot with you, is that you find you almost find your sanity in the little daily habits that you do, because it calms your mind down. So I would definitely say don't stop doing that. Meditation is something that might help you if you do have monkey mind. You could do walking meditations, you can do guided meditation, but I think that will help you focus your energy, because you have a lot of spurts of sporadic energy. Just getting, you know, lots of energy. That's what I just see for you guys. And you really have to start being mindful of how you're projecting your aura, what you're doing to it. Feel how it feels. Does it feel like there's like, you know, holes and or dark spots? Reiki would be really good for you guys. Go get a Reiki healing session, because they will tell you what areas of your body need to be worked on, and it'll also help activate you, help you open your mind a bit. So that, I think, is the end of the reading for my Arcturian group. You're really growing right now, so I applaud you for that. And I hope you like this reading. I am going to move on to the next group.